Yesterday was New Comic Book Day. I got lots of stuff to talk about from yesterday, so stay tuned. We're going to get into all of this. Even ended up picking up some more manga this week, so lots to talk about after this. Welcome back, everybody. We're going to hop into all of this in just a second, but as always, if you are new to the channel, please go down to the subscribe button and hit that. Hit the notification bell so you know when we're dropping new videos over here on the channel. And drop a comment below. Let me know what you picked up this week for New Comic Book Day. And be sure to like the video. So let's get into this. We're going to go alphabetical again. First up is from Ablaze Comics. We have the second printing of Animal Castle. Great story so far. I figured I couldn't pass up a reprint. I know it's same cover, different coloring there, but if I decide not to hold on to it, it could go into a giveaway in the future. So it was worth picking up for cover price. People are going crazy over their first prints for these. It is worth it for the read. I really recommend reading that book, so please go check it out. Next up, from Aftershock Comics, we have Maniac in New York. Bronx is Burning #2 here. I enjoyed the first series of this. I wasn't super happy with the ending, so I'm hoping this ends up being a more concluding story here and we see an end to the Maniac. But if it's got that Jason type of story going on, you know, he comes back a lot, so maybe we won't get that. We'll see here, though. Another one issue from a publisher. We have AWA Upshot, Knighted issue #3 here. I was just talking about how I just read 1 and 2, and immediately I was hooked to stay on the series here. So there's issue 3, just came out today. Next up, one that I've been talking about a lot over the time since it's come out. Billy the Kid issue #4 out this week from Blue Juice Comics, and this is one of the few that I've read already. Phenomenal continuing issue here. We have maybe a new mentor figure for Billy coming in this issue, which I'm digging. I'm digging that new character there. And yeah, some vampires, some great action as always, great art, great dialogue in this. Just if it's one of those indie books that you really need to be picking up because it's a fun read, it's action packed, it's a great story, great world, and you know, not a lot of people are reading it, and it needs more recognition. So move on. I picked up another second printing today, and I haven't been picking up a lot recently, but this Michael Dialinis cover here just caught my attention. This is the second print for #2 for House of Slaughter. Yeah, you know, second prints I've stayed away from a lot more recently, but the cover caught my attention, so I picked that one up. I'll move into 2 DC books. I picked up Batgirls #2 here from Becky Cloonan, Michael Conrad, Jorge Corona. Great team putting out this book, so I really enjoyed issue #1. On to issue #2, so another DC series that's got me on board. I know, surprising, right? But one that I have been on since the beginning, and you know, knew I would really enjoy because I love the animated series, Harley Quinn animated series, Eat Bang Kill Tour. And yeah, issue 5 here. I think it's a 6-issue miniseries if I'm not mistaken, so we're getting close to the end of that one. We'll move into Image Comics with the Department of Truth issue 15 here. Mothman. So excited. Can't wait to read the story of the true origin of the Mothman. Looks like we've got some like files and some redacted information. Lots of great imagery from Romero is the artist on this one instead of Martin Simmons. David Romero. So looking forward to checking this out. One that such a fun read every time. Like I always say, Inkblot on to issue 15 here. I don't know how long. It's an ongoing. I don't know if it's planned to stop at any point, but I'm really enjoying it. It's that read I throw in between darker reads, and yeah. New one from Image. It is a 5-issue miniseries, Joe Hill's Reign. Issue 1 out today. David Brewer, Zoe Thorogood, Chris O'Halloran putting this one out, and I flipped through. I haven't gotten to read it yet, but I am very excited. Looks like it's going to be a bit of romance, a bit of horror, just based off of the flip through, and I'm all here for that. Also picked up the cover B for this. Let's see if it says who the artist is on this. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing a title page either, though. But yeah, not sure. But this is also the first book of the Suzuki publishing imprint of Image, so super cool. Besides the story potential, cover art by Elizabeth Beals on this one. But yeah, I'm excited for the potential of the story, but also it's pretty cool that is the first issue of a new publishing imprint under Image. And then Stillwater, as always, issue 12 out now. Wow. I don't think this is the end. I think there's at least one more story arc coming from Stillwater. But it's been, so far, just a hell of a ride. And I'm enjoying every second of this crazy story. And like I talked about in what I was looking forward to this week, what's the furthest price from here? Issue 3 out today, double-sized issue. This is one of those ones that you really don't want to be missing out on from Image. Tyler Boss, Michael Rosenberg putting out such an incredible story and building up a very interesting world. And what's going on? Where are the grown-ups? What's happened to them? I think we might get some of those answers in this issue. I'm hoping. But so far, lots of intrigue that has me just ready to keep on reading the next issue. Moving out of Image, I got one from Mad Cave and 2 covers for it. Then that's the last session. Issue number 2 here. Cover A and the character sheet cover B, which these are super cool. Not coming of age, but maybe a little bit. They're graduated. They're finishing up their last session of their D&D game. It's been a while since they've played together, and one of them has a new partner who is joining the game with them for the first time. And so there's a cool dynamic between the friends, but also we've got this interesting dynamic going on in the D&D game. So if you are a D&D player, check this out. Well worth it. Moving into Marvel, I've got a couple Marvel books this week. Amazing Spider-Man 85. I have been enjoying what the whole Spider-Man team has been doing. We have a Beyond board of Kelly Thompson, Cody Ziegler, Saladin Ahmed, Patrick Gleason, and Zeb Wells. And this one is, I think Ziegler is writing specifically this issue, but this team is putting everything together, and it seems very seamless when a different writer takes over a single issue or 2 issues. I don't feel any disconnect between members of the team, so it is very good and very reassuring that they are all on the same page with what's going on here, and makes this story even more enjoyable. I do wish it actually wasn't 3 times a month. I wish it was 2 times a month, because the number of issues that keep coming out for this is just incredible. With that, I may end up backing off and reading it digitally or something coming soon, just to kind of lessen some of the number of comics I'm picking up. The paper, I know there's a paper shortage, so that is, I wish they would back off a little bit on it because of some of those factors. But also from Marvel, I've got Daredevil, Woman Without Fear, issue 1, as part of I believe a tie-in to the Devil's Reign event. We have Chip Zdarsky writing this specific tie-in here, so Elektra as Daredevil. Hoping it continues. It's been pretty cool. Maybe at the end of this, though, she leaves that title. Who knows? We shall see. Next up, we have Dark Ages, issue number 4. Tom Taylor putting together this wild, futuristic kind of story. Or maybe not so futuristic, but, you know, something happens that causes the whole world to kind of go dark, technology to stop. We got different heroes and villains taking sides on things, really dividing up the world and what's going on here. It looks like we've got Giant Man, Fin Fang Foom, Nick Fury, X-23 Wolverine, Spider-Man, Nightcrawler, all involved in a showdown here on the cover. So this is going to interesting places. Tom Taylor knows how to weave an excellent story. Next up from Marvel is Marvel Voices Heritage with this David Mack cover here. I believe that should be Echo on the cover, and could not pass up a good David Mack Echo cover. But inside we've got several different stories of... let's see, who's written some of these? Jim Terry wrote the first one. The Unexpected. We got a story about Snow Guard in here. American Eagle, Not Dead Yet. River, A Friend in Need. We got a whole bunch of, it looks like kind of the indigenous voices type stories going on here. But they gave it a different name because I think they had... So it's Heritage instead of Indigenous Voices this time. They did the Indigenous Voices one probably a year ago now. But super cool concept, bringing to light some of these characters. I'm very interested in checking out the ones maybe I'm less familiar with. And we've got 2 more Marvel books here. Miss Marvel, Beyond Limit number 2. My shop never got issue 1 from Marvel. Super weird, but here is number 2. I will have to track down number 1. They also didn't get some other ones, or they got damaged but never got replaced. So got a couple books missing from the last month or so, and it's all right. I'll track them down. It's just weird that they wouldn't get the replacements for things that were really damaged. And then last but not least, this Devil's Reign tie-in, Superior 4. I wasn't sure about picking it up, but I looked through. It's a very interesting concept of what's going on here with different versions of Doc Ock from the multiverse being almost like the Spider-Man, Wolverine, Ghost Rider, and Hulk version of this Fantastic Four, but it's Doc Ock version, and so the Superior 4. Pretty interesting story there. So I was talking about this Verge. Well, I mentioned they did have 2. It was damaged. They got their replacement, still damaged. So I just picked up the original damaged one. But issue 4 did come out today. My shop never got issue 3. So they are going to try to track down an issue 3 for me. Distribution issues, I think, affecting some things here, or I don't know what, but that's missing. Miss Marvel number 1 was missing. Weird things going on that they're just not getting in. But we'll keep moving on to Scout, especially the Scoot imprint. We've got Space Cadet here by Jonathan Hedrick and Stefano Carticelli. Love Stefano's art. And again, he knocks it out of the park with this one. I'm going to be reading this soon. I love Jonathan Hedrick's writing. It's cool that he did a younger audience story here with Space Cadet. But I'm still going to enjoy it, I'm sure. And last but not least, publisher-wise, we've got Vault Comics. We got the 2nd issue of Lunar Room out today. Very excited. I really enjoyed the first issue. Danny Lore, Georgia Esposito doing excellent job with this. And World lettering and DJ Chavez on colors here. Those colors on that cover pop. And a new one from Vault that was in my top picks for the week. Trace Dean, Sebastian trading probably is a better way to say that. Trading Sebastian Perez on this. We got kaijus, we got mechs, we've got family drama, and I'm here for it. So those are my comic pickups. I did end up getting, speaking of kaiju, another manga, Kaiju number 8. Heard great things about this, so I am very, very excited to check out some more manga. I haven't finished reading the first one I picked up last week before. And then I've heard great things about Soul Eater, so picked that one up as well. So now I'm getting on the manga train a little bit. I have 3 mangas now, all number 1 issues. Problem with picking up some manga is that number 1s are hard to find for some stories. And so trying to get into reading them is hard because you can't read the first issue. So hopefully these ones I'll be able to continue picking up issues for and be able to stay on track with those. But excited to check out more things, different types of reading. And manga is it's comics in a different format. So that's it for me for this week. That is my new comic book day haul for November 12th, 2022, the second new comic book day of the year. Hopefully this week I will be caught up finally on reading. I only have 6 books left from last week to finish reading. So I caught up a lot, but still a little bit behind. And then if so, we will hopefully get to do some little review videos of what came out this week. I really love talking about the books and how awesome some of these stories are. So if I get my chance, we will be working on that before next new comic book day. But as always, collect what you love, and we'll see you guys next time.